this great ceremony. You are truly awesome. Thank you.
It is important that since this is an appreciation ceremony, that we appreciate our speakers as much as we are appreciating all of you. So I want us again to try and do a bit better, because it is important that we appreciate what Mizani Africa has done. This is in the second year running. So again, let's put our hands together and appreciate the CEO for Mizani Africa with a round of applause. We continue, and this is one of your most favorite parts. I want to give you an opportunity to say a word or two, and please, when I invite you here, I want you to be as brief as possible. Unajua saa ingine wanasiasa unataka kusema kila kitu kwa ile muda ambayo umepatiwa, and you continue on and on and on. So you have exactly 2 minutes or less. When I invite you here, please take as short a time as possible so that we are able to move on as quickly as possible. And I will be picking the leaders at random. Habari yako Mheshimiwa Babu Owino. Karibu sana. So I want us to listen to you, and I want us to start with the MCAs. Na nitaanza na mtu ambaye has been a very fiery MCA from Nyeri County, Mheshimiwa Kiroga Thuku. Karibu sana. A round of applause for Mheshimiwa Kiroga Thuku.
Thank you very much, Your Excellencies, Honorable Members of Parliament, my colleague, Honorable Members of County Assemblies, the organizers of this function. Good morning, everyone. Thank you very much. Indeed, it's a great honor to be here today. I want to thank very much Mizani Africa. I hope I get your name right. Because you see, this morning, we are witnessing a true building of the bridges initiative here, because we have come from all political sides, and you can see we are all interacting very happily. It have not been seen in the recent past. I think, as a person, the fact that I was recognized and invited here inspires me to fight more for our society, especially on 2 key issues. One being the grassroots connectivity, that is infrastructure. That is something almost 50 years after independence, our people still yearn for. And the other very, very crucial thing, and I'm very happy that members of parliament are here, and I know representatives of governors are here, members of county assemblies are here. Our people are really suffering, because when our people go to hospital, and you know our economy has slowed down, people have no money. When they go to hospital and get treated, it's such a great pity that our people cannot pay for treatment. And once they cannot pay for their treatment, some of them end up being detained in these health facilities. That is a very shameful thing in an independent country. I think our members of parliament, you have to help us. There have to be registration, detaining patients. And I'm very serious on this one, because recently I have seen in one of the hospitals from the area I come from, a patient is treated. The patient is detained there. After a month, the bill is again 60,000. You know, it is very, very painful. So You have to help us push legislation that will help our people. And even if it means, for example, setting a certain percentage such that NSSF, we don't have members of parliament paying 1,000 and Mama Boga paying 1,000. If we have NHIF, we set a certain percentage so that the more you earn, the more you pay for the tax. So with those few remarks, thanks very, very much once more. Thanks for this opportunity. I'm very happy to see people I only read in newspapers like Mheshimiwa Tim. You may be on the other side of the political side, but I admire your work. So, Mizani, you are doing a wonderful thing of bringing us together, including with Babu Owino, whom we like criticizing a lot. Now we are here. Now we are here to congratulate him because he has been recognized. Thank you. God bless you. God bless Kenya. Asanteni sana.
That gentleman is from, for those who do not know, is from Nyeri County. Ward yake inaitwa Shinga. Thank you very much, Mr. Kiroga Thuku. I want to now invite Majimbo Okumu from Karaba in Bungoma County. A round of applause for Mr. Majimbo. Karibu sana, you have a minute, sir.
Excellencies, honorable members of the National Assembly, honorable speakers, honorable members of the county assemblies, and the members of the Fourth Estate, good morning. Not leaving behind the CEO for Mizani for giving us this opportunity to be recognized, to be appreciated for the good work we've done. I want to thank the Almighty God for giving us this day. I come from Bungoma County. I'm doing my second term as the MCA for Halaba. I was the first majority leader. And I want to say that devolution was the best dream we had in our country. But it is both a blessing as well as a curse. Why am I saying that? In areas where resources have been prudently used, you can see development, economic growth. But in areas where we have not utilized the resources prudently, you find a lot of complaint. But in our area, we thank God, we have a vibrant county assembly, and we are looking forward to continuing offering oversight. The only challenge that I can mention here is that most of our county executive have not embraced oversight. They construe oversight as witch hunt from the county assemblies. That's why you find some rifts emerging from various counties. But moving forward, I pray that we embrace oversight, positive. Positive oversight is positive for our development, and with the executive taking it positively, I think we have something to achieve. I want to thank also the Mizani Board of Directors, the CEO and the members of staff for identifying me from Bungoma County. I think I'm the only MCA from Bungoma County. I and Honorable Didmas Barasa from Bungoma County. And we are looking forward to maintaining that level of excellency, and we will never disappoint Mizani as we move forward. Thank you very much.
Mheshimiwa Majimbo Okumu, thank you very much. You said it's Halaba, not Karaba. Halaba. Okay. Forgive my tongue. That is Mheshimiwa Majimbo Okumu from Halaba in Bungoma County. It's interesting that he has mentioned the prudent use of resources in the midst of another governor being taken down by MCAs. So it is important that the people we are speaking to here are the people who, according to Mizani Africa, are some of the people who have spent their resources prudently enough. So again, a round of applause for Mr. Majimbo. I realize that we have not had any lady speaker, so I want to invite Madam Anita Dhombe from Nairobi County. Anita Dhombe, karibu sana. A round of applause for Anita Dhombe. You have a minute.
Thank you so much, ladies and gentlemen. I'm Honorable Ann Dhombe, a member of Nairobi County Assembly and a Kenya registered nurse. I want to say thank you, Mizani, for giving me this opportunity. When I was doing my voluntary work at Waithaka during COVID, I never thought there is somebody who is noticing that. So I want to say thank you so much. Thank you, my colleagues. I can see Honorable Bishop. When I was doing my voluntary work at Waithaka Health Center, he's the MCA who supported me and introduced me to all the staffs. I say thank you. For my majority leader, Honorable Guyo, thank you so much for your support. I want to say, as a health worker, as a Kenya registered nurse, we're still facing a lot of challenges: poor working condition, poor payment, and stagnation of job group. I'm looking forward to a better health care in Kenya, and I hope with your support, as people who are here, I can see MPs, I can see MCAs and other guests. We need your support. I can see the CAS, Honorable Kenothia, thank you so much. I can see the other guests, thank you so much, the founders and directors of Mizani. I want to say, honestly, life is not easy, and life was not easy during COVID as a Kenyan and as a Kenya health worker. And I want to dedicate this award to all health workers, and especially the nurses. It has not been busy. It has not been easy. We've lost colleagues, we've lost doctors, lab technicians, and nurses. May they rest in peace. I dedicate this award to them, and I tell them, we love them, we celebrate them. And in life we say, if you save a life, you are a hero. If you save one life, you are a hero. If you save 100 lives, you are a nurse. I'm proud and I'm happy to be a nurse in Kenya. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Madam Anita Dhombe, for that stirring speech. I want us to continue very quickly. I want us to go to Eastern, and there's a gentleman from Runyenjes, Steve Simba. Karibu sana. Put your hands together for Steve Simba.
Thank you very much. My name is Steve Simba, the Deputy Speaker, Embu County. Let me start by recognizing our CAS, my friend Zach. We really feel inspired as young people of this nation, seeing you where you are today. The CEO Mizani, the directors, members of Parliament present, and my colleague MCAs and honorable speakers, and my speaker from Embu is here. I'm grateful for the good mentorship. I want to thank the organizers. We feel really appreciated. I'm telling you, as you've rightly put it, most of us, we always bashed. Every time we are invited in the media houses, we are always bashed. Sometimes we feel so much discouraged, and even sometimes you wonder why we chose to serve the people. But today, we are being encouraged. Today, we are being motivated. We feel rejuvenated to continue serving for our people. May God bless Mizani and continue with the same spirit. Personally, during the corona, I initiated microfinance for women because I'm a great supporter of women. I'm one person who believes that if you empower women, you empower a community, you empower a nation. So when I came up with a microfinance that all the women in my ward get really supported, it has actually even brought even other women in the entire constituency of Runyenjes and you see what that means in the future. And finally, I also brought a Simba rescue team so that we are able to bring the young people and take care of our people during this time of Corona. We have been very consistent since 2010. We have been making sure that our people are safe. So today, as an MCA, I feel encouraged. Finally, Mizani, and I want to say this to Kenyans, and especially to the Kenyan leaders. No matter how many times we change the law, what we need to do is the goodwill from the leaders. We may change a law 1,000 times, but if our leaders don't have the goodwill and the love to serve the people, even if we change the laws, it is a waste of time. What we need is the goodwill from the people. It is that love for you, the people you serve, that you can serve and serve self. With that, thank you very much, and may God bless Mizani. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, Mr. Steve Simba, the Deputy Speaker for Embu County. I now want to invite somebody from Meru County, Honorable Murega. Karibu sana. Let's put our hands together for Honorable Murega. Karibu sana. 1 minute, please.
Sir. Governors present, the honorable members who are with us from the Parliament, the CAS, and also my schoolmate, Zach Kenuthia, my colleagues, MCAs. Mine is very brief. I want just to appreciate Mizani Africa. You don't know what you made us feel, especially when you're coming here to be recognized. Sometimes it's not about what people say about you, but what they make you feel. So the CEO, Mizani, and the all organizers, you have made us feel that really we have to soldier on, and especially where I'm coming from. I feel very, very honored. Finally, I will say leadership is a matter of what you influence to help other people. It's not about you yourself, but what transformation and the lives that you are touching in the community and in the society where we serve. And also these are collective responsibility, so that we are not in fight. Either we are MCAs, MPs, governors. This leadership is about a collective responsibility, not about the infight that we fight in ourselves. Finally, I'll say thank also to God for this opportunity. And when I go back to Meru, I can see my honorable member, Mheshimiwa Kadhuri. Sasa lazima tupiganie, tuone the social injustice that we may be facing as watu wa chini huku, that we fight for them and there is zeal. And that is what I say, Mizani, you have helped us achieve. Asanteni sana na Mungu awabariki.
Thank you very much, Honorable Murega. I want to invite another MCA, the last one, but by no means the least. We, of course, want to try and, if we allow everyone to speak, I know we will be here the whole day. And if we give everybody as much freedom and time as possible, hapa tutatoka kesho. But I now want to invite the MCA from Kino, Mheshimiwa Kimani Wanjiko. Karibu sana. Let's put our hands together for Mr. Kimani Wanjiko.
Thank you. Thank you very much. The governors present, the members of parliament, the MCAs, the speakers, and all the guests, the CAS there, all the guests present. Hamujambo. My name is Samuel Kimani Wanjiko, MCA from Kiambu County, a ward called Keno Ward, which is in Kikuyu Sub-County. First and foremost, I'm very much grateful to be here. To be invited by Mizani, I don't take it for granted. And as I stand here, it's not because of my really personal efforts, but because of just practicing servant leadership and working together with the community that we have reached here. So as I stand here, I'm standing on behalf of the people of Kino, and more so on behalf of the minority who have really been forgotten for a long time. I remember when I was elected in 2017, I had a very big task ahead of me, because within my ward, there exists a community which came from Zimbabwe in the 1960s and have lived here, most of them born here, raised here, and never been recognized as Kenyans. Neither are they recognized as Zimbabweans. So they are stateless. And it really disturbed me to see my fellow Africans who are being termed as stateless in the mother continent. And I asked myself, what can I do to help? And I believe as a leader, a good leader is the one who knows the way, goes the way, shows the way. I try to think, what can I do? I realized my role as a registrar is then to go ahead and do what I can do. I started by doing a public participation. I asked the people of Keno, would you really want these people to be recognized as Kenyans? They said yes. Actually, they have married our people. We have married them. They speak our language. And so from there, I went ahead. I did a motion in the Kiambu County Assembly, and the motion went through. And from there, we went to the Senate. The Senate embraced us, the National Assembly. And finally, I'm so much happy because the Shona community, as you saw, in December last year, the president finally gave them recognition as citizens of Kenya. That makes me very proud, and that makes me very happy for them. And that became an inspiration to me, that it is possible from whichever level of leadership you are in to bring in change, and change that will last. So Mizani, I'm happy because you have called me because of that. And we have a few of the Shona people who have also joined in so that they also come and celebrate, because like my sister from Nairobi Assembly has said, I also dedicate mine to the Shona people and to tell them, be proud to be Kenyans, na tunawapenda sana. Thank you very much for the opportunity. God bless you. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much, Mheshimiwa Kimani Wanjiku from Kino. And now I want us to move on to the next level of leadership, which is members of parliament. Again, 2 minutes each, tafadhali. And I want to start with a gentleman whose career we have watched blossom from when he was a student leader to now that he is a member of parliament from Embakasi, Babu Owino. Mheshimiwa, karibu sana. A round of applause. Let's put our hands together for Mheshimiwa Babu Owino.
Thank you very much, ladies and gentlemen. Good morning. Members of the Diplomatic Corps, Honorable Zach Kinuthia, CAS, who was also the chairman at the University of Nairobi, members of parliament, the speakers, deputy speakers, members of county assembly, county assemblies, members of the media, good morning once again. I'm Babu Owino, or rather Comrade Babu Owino, a loving husband and a responsible father, a member of parliament of Embakasi East Republic, if not a constituency, because of the good job that we've done, and that's why I'm here, which I'll explain shortly. An actuary by profession, having attained first-class honors in actuarial science at the University of Nairobi. A lawyer by profession, second-class upper division. A holder of 6 diplomas. This is not being arrogant, but it's celebrating my achievements. These are facts, not factoids. Mizani Africa, I would like to thank you very much for the great job that you're doing, especially to at least let Kenyans know of the leaders that they chose, the great work that they did. And most importantly, I want to thank you for inviting me here. This means that there's a lot of confidence that the people of Embakasi East constituency and Kenyans have bestowed upon me. I know leadership is not that very easy. Actually, in leadership, Your attitude in it determines your altitude. If your attitude is negative, then your altitude is likely to be low. But if your attitude is positive, then your altitude will be at optimum or maximum. And in leadership, there are so many storms, but not all storms are meant to destroy you. Some storms are meant to clear your way. I want to thank every other person who has performed well. As a good student, I was taught never to believe in mediocrity, and I don't believe in mediocrity. Neither do I wallow in the miasma of confusion and mediocrity. I love performance, and I want to also thank myself for delivering to the great people of Embakasi's constituency. God bless you all. Asanteni sana.
Let's put our hands together once more for Honorable Babu Owino. The Bible says, love your neighbor as much as you love yourself. I believe that is one lesson that we can learn very clearly from Mheshimiwa Babu Owino. Thank you very much. I want us to invite the Honorable Member from Westlands constituency, Mheshimiwa Tim Wanyonyi. Karibu sana Mheshimiwa.
Good morning, everyone. Your Excellencies, honorable members of Parliament, honorable members of county assemblies, the speakers, invited guests, members of the fourth estate. I'm truly humbled and honored to be here this morning. I think we work, I'm one of the politicians who work very quietly, and that's why sometimes I'm not very easily recognized. But I want to thank Mizani Africa that they have an eagle's eye. They have looked and have seen. The first time I was elected is 2013, and when I came on the scene, I was going to replace a man who was larger than life, Fred Kumo. You all remember him? He was known as Mr. Kangum. And when I went to Westlands, everybody asked me, will you manage? I said, I don't play Fred Kumo's politics, I play my politics. And the first thing I embarked on is to see what is it that I can do to make a difference. And I believe in empowerment. Empower people and make them feel confident about themselves. And I initiated several programs. I have a program on women, which we do through table banking. Just when I was elected, there were long queues in my office, people coming to ask for this or that. But that, after we started that program, that stopped. I started a program on youth empowerment called Mizani Africa. I don't know if the government, I think, borrowed that from me. What they're doing called Grassroots, which has also worked very well for me. Then my pet project as a member of parliament is education. And I've actually done so much in education. I pay school fees, not just from the CDF, from my own foundation. I have refurbished all my public schools. All my public schools have computer labs and many other things. Therefore, I believe in positive change. And what I've done, I think, when I leave, that will be my legacy. Whenever I left today, and I've left a legacy investments. And I believe that when you are invited or when you are called upon to do something, make sure you do something and leave a long-lasting mark in the life of people. Let them remember you for long. And let your work speak for you. Don't go around shouting about it. Let your work speak. And I know that's what I believe in. So I'm happy to be here in South Africa, for inviting me. And the award, I'll dedicate it to people of Westlands. They elected me as our first member of parliament with disability. When people are waiting for nomination, I went for the hard way. And the people of Westlands believed in me and elected me. So I will dedicate my award to the people of Westlands and the people of Nairobi. Thank you very much. God bless you.
Thank you very much, Mheshimiwa Tim Wanyonyi from Westlands, and thank you very much also for the great work that you're doing. Also, congratulations for having been able to remove somebody who was, as you said, larger than life. Thank you very much. We move on to Mheshimiwa from Thika, Wainaina Jango. Karibu sana. Let's put our hands together.
God is good all the time. Excellent, excellent. CAs, Zach, and members of Diplomatic Corps. Today, I don't know whether you are the guests of honor or you are there as judges. I don't know. See you, Harun, Mizani. This is a great honor, totally a great honor. And this is what I want to say. It is the spirit. It is the spirit. So you really got it right. And I want to say one thing. I have a foundation called Django Foundation. And Django Foundation has nothing to do with politics. But we have brought groups of people together. We have about 3,000 groups. And in those groups, what is very, very interesting is what we call the boda. People you do not even respect. Some of us don't. We have got your Kali guys, we have got Mamamboga. And you'll be so surprised. Let me talk about this group in Thika, a place called Kiganjo. It's a group of 100 young people. And in fact, also there are some women in there. And they do 100 shillings every day. So every month they do 10,000 shillings. I mean, every day they do 10,000. A guy doing 100 shillings every day, 100 of them is 10,000 a day, 300,000 a month. These people have bought a plot worth 4 million, and they're constructing a 5-story building, which is going to cost them about 10 to 12 million. And I'm thinking, these are Boda guys, and they're the people who are the landlords. And I'm thinking, this Boda guy, do you think he's going to go under the truck when he's an owner of a building? Do you think this guy is going to burn your vehicle when you interact with them in a small accident, as they do always? Do you think that these people are going to be the hooligans that there are, or they are going to be responsible citizens? This, to me, I think, even if I don't do anything else in my leadership, I think this will be something that I will be very, very proud about. But let me tell you something. Being a member of parliament has really taught me so much, so very much. The money I have earned in my life and the CDF that I have used as a member of parliament, the government money has got some blessings that I can tell you. And what blessings am I talking about? In my 3 years as a member of parliament, I have got 56 schools in Thika. We have been able to refurbish and upgrade 46 of them to a level of academy. I call them academy because it's not building a toilet, it's not building a class. When you go to that school, which has no gate, which has no fence, no window, no what, not even roof, we are able to do all that. We are able to paint, we are able to plaster them, we are able to do, actually we are even able to do, what do you call it, upgrade in a level where even the landscaping looks like, yes, like somebody's house. So to me, I think this is I'm very, very proud of this. But what stops us as leaders from achieving all these things that we are achieving? One thing, as leaders, and I think this is a challenge to us, we have been involved in a culture called thieving. Thieving is when you're stealing government money. If we stop this, if we know that we are here because God has promoted us to be what we are, If we know that there are so many people who would want to lead, but they cannot lead, then we won't leave a legacy where we are not stealing, we are using money in the right way. So here I would say, integrity is the key as leaders. Let us make sure that we use the money the way it's supposed to be used. Finally, what CDF has done for this country, in schools, in security. There is one fund that has been proposed. It's called Ward Fund. Ward Fund is what an MCA would get, and I am thinking this will be a game changer. This is going to turn this country around. So, even if that document called BBI does not go anywhere, there are two things I want us to do. Money to the county, the 35%, and the 5% Ward Fund. This, we must fight for it, no matter what happens. This is what is going to turn this country around. God bless you. God bless Kenya.
Thank you very much, Mheshimiwa Jungle kutoka kule Thika. We appreciate your time and we appreciate all the efforts that you're putting with the Jungle Foundation. I want to now invite Mheshimiwa Didmas Barasa. Let's put our hands together for Mheshimiwa Barasa.
Thank you very much. I will not take more than 1 minute. My name is Didmas Barasa from Bungoma. I just want to say that when you are a leader, do what the people who elected you expect of you. That is what will make a difference. And Kenyans wanted to be the ones deciding what should be done. That's why we have a whole chapter in the Constitution on public participation, that Kenyans themselves will decide what is good for them. But this role, you will agree with me that most of the budget that is approved by all parliaments, whether county assemblies or national assemblies, they are usually originated from the executive. So I think until that day where Kenyans themselves will be the originator of what should be done in their area, that is when we will begin to appreciate that the Kenyan sovereignty. And another thing that I will be pushing very soon is that we have to ensure that our parliaments are independent in terms of allocation of resources. Until parliaments and county assemblies are free from interference from executive, and we'll want to see a situation where interference with an independent arm of government should be criminalized. It should be a very serious crime for the governor to interfere with the work of the county assembly. It should be a serious crime for the president to interfere with the work of parliament and the senate. Once we achieve that, then Kenyans will be in charge of development of this country. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, Mheshimiwa Didmas Barasa. I now want to invite Mheshimiwa Dende Nyoro. Karibu sana. Good to see you again.
Thank you very much. My name is Dede Nyoro, MP Kiharu, and the only suspended member of parliament in Kenya. Fortunately, I was not suspended from work, and I was not suspended from coming to Serena to celebrate the work that other leaders are doing, myself included. I'll be very brief. Number one is that I am very grateful to the people of Kiharu, because since I became their member of parliament, we have been able to receive several awards from different organizations. And basically, what I would call our secret is that from the time I was elected, our first financial year, we did what every other constituency does. We floated tenders, we give to the contractors, of course, to work on them. Unfortunately, along the way, we realized that whereas we need to support our contractors, you as the member of parliament, you are never judged by how many contractors you empower, but you are judged by how much change you bring about in your constituency. And we read the Public Procurement and Procurement and Asset Disposal Act, and we saw the other parameters and avenues that we can use to enhance value for money. And in Kiharu from then, we have been able to work on so many projects, which many of the people who are covering us today have come and covered previously, because we use something called labor-based. When we give a grant to a school, and when we give a grant to the community, for example, in regards to a police station, or in regards to a chief's office, because we are basically about education and security, when we give that money to the community, the entire amount is spent within the community. What do I mean? All the materials that can be sourced locally are sourced within Kiharu. Any other, for example, tiles and mabati and such, we got a very good deal from the many manufacturers who came to partner with us. And therefore, we are able to benefit from economies of scale in many parameters. And on that, I want to shock you in a good way, which I'm presently very happy about it. For the last 3.5 years, Kiharu has around 112 public primary schools, shule za msingi za umma. Out of the 112 primary schools, we have been able to holistically renovate all of them, and 97% of all classrooms in Kiharu have got even tiles. 97%. And the few that are remaining are actually flooded. We are only waiting for a good widow to work, because as you know, we cannot work while we have learners in schools. What we did is that in 2018-2019 financial year, we realized there was a gap in terms of skills. You know, tiling is not just a normal skill that a normal mason can do. Also professional painting. We partnered with the manufacturers, we brought professionals, and we were able to train 150 Kiharu residents on professional painting, and we were also able to train another 150 set in terms of fixing tiles, and therefore skilled and unskilled labor 100% is sourced from the local community in Kiharu. Nikimalizia, ningetaka niseme ya kwamba pia mimi nafurahia kwa sababu nikipata nafasi sio lazima niongee maneno ya CDF. Members of parliament do a lot of work beyond CDF. The reason why you see a person like Babu Owino, he eats a kilogram of meat per day and he cannot get fat. And he cannot increase in weight is because tuko na kazi mingi sana. Social work, community development work, and I am very sure that the other members of parliament can concur with me. Ukijipeana kwa kazi ya umma, raia wa Kenya ni watu ambao wako very fair. Hata ushikwe na polisi, hata ufanyiwe nini, as far as you are working for them, they are able to recognize your hard work. So I challenge all of us as leaders, whereas there is so much noise here in Nairobi, ukienda pale mashinani ufanye kazi, raia watasimama na wewe. Na ya mwisho kabisa, mnajua ya kwamba I cannot hide what is in my heart. Mimi nafurahia sana majaji wetu wa High Court, na nasema hata wakiendelea mbele, Wakenya wako pamoja na judiciary. They did according to the aspirations of the Kenyan people. Wasisikize noise kidogo kidogo kama ya Babu Owino, wasikize Wakenya. Wakenya wamekataa BBI. Asanteni sana.
Kweli, he was never suspended from speaking. Thank you very much, Mheshimiwa Dende Nyoro kutoka the land of Matiba. Asante sana. I want us to invite the last member of parliament, by no means the least again. I want to first of all appreciate the presence of Hassan Omar from Mandera East. But as I said earlier, we are not able to invite everyone to say a word. So kindly let us welcome Mheshimiwa Kathuri Muronge. Karibu sana Mheshimiwa. Anatembea polepole kwa sababu hampigii makofi.
Asante sana. Wale wakurugenzi wote wako hapa, You know, many people have seen excellencies, governors, lakini sijaona kama kunaye, nimeona. Members of parliament, my colleagues, members, the speakers of the county assemblies, members of county assemblies and the fourth estate. Good morning. I want just to appreciate Mizani Africa and also to thank God because I'm appearing here for the second time with a few colleagues, Akina Ndindi Nyoro and the rest. And I want to say that the members who are here, either from the county assembly or from the National Assembly, are not very liked by the executives from where they work. One in case is my colleague here from Meru, Murega, the deputy speaker of the Meru County Assembly. I know the people who are in this house are a voice of reason in this country. And I want to assure you, for example, myself, I chair a committee called the Special Funds Accounts Committee in the National Assembly. And in the constituencies of the members who are here, I want to confirm that these are the constituencies which have no cases from the Auditor General. So that means wananchi are value for money. All the members who are here, including Baraza, are you doubting Honorable Baraza? All the members who are here, I want to confirm to Kenyans that they are members who have clean accounts from the Auditor General. Wapigeni makofi yao wajumbe. And now that even members ask, even members of the community ask, what else have you done to us besides the CDF? You have heard the stories of foundations. I also run a foundation called Kamashinani Foundation to touch lives of the very, very vulnerable people in the society. And also to run another one, see you maybe next time also look at environmental conservation. Like yesterday, I was in rivers, 4 rivers, planting bamboo trees in the rivers. Also uplifting farmers with avocado trees so that also they can put some money in their pockets. Honorable Njango, thank you very much for also supporting our farmers with the macadamia nuts. These are the things that we want to see in the communities. So I want to thank you very much indeed, and to tell the members who are here, especially from the assemblies and the National Assembly. Mimi naona hawa ni wale watu hatuwezi waita leo former members of county assembly or former members of the National Assembly. The others huko nje ambao waliitwa former 3 years ago. But these ones who are here are not former members. Hawa tutakutana nao tena 2022, 2023, Mungu akitusaidia namna hiyo. The last thing, Mizani Africa, I think you should be rewarding members of either county assembly or parliament who work with their wives wherever they go. And for this purpose, I want to really recognize my beautiful wife, who is always with me. So if there will be something extra for the first end of Saudi Mentu, I'll be very happy. Asante sana, Mungu awabariki.
Thank you. At least Mheshimiwa Kathuri Murungi will not be somewhere on Snapchat. Thank you very much, Mheshimiwa. Mheshimiwa Babu Owino, I meant to say this before. You need to consult where Mheshimiwa Ndindi Nyoro takes his kilo of meat, because that's not how he looked when before he was a member of parliament. I also want to note that Mheshimiwa Ndindi Nyoro last year took the first prize in the prudent usage or spending of CDF. Please let's give a round of applause. We'll see whether he maintains that record today. Mheshimiwa Abdul Swamad Nasir, karibu sana. Thank you very much for attending, and I want to invite you to say just 2 words, because he's the chairman of the Public Investments Committee in the National Assembly. A round of applause.
First and foremost, I want to pass my congratulations to every single one of us here. Ultimately, whenever we get measured, it is not an element that there are others who are losers, but it is an element that ultimately Kenyans are winners. So I want to pass congratulations to all the members of Parliament in the National Assembly. Secondly, I think one of the biggest achievements and milestones as members of Parliament would be nothing else except how we have been able to transform and change the lives of people. I remember inheriting a constituency where the transition rate between primary school to secondary school was extremely low, and an even lower transition rate from secondary schools to other institutions of higher learning. And we came up with an idea, and I'm glad that that idea, I read a report from the United Nations that that is what should be done. And we came up with a scheme called the Skills Mitaani, whereby we nurture those people who had actually finished their primary levels and those who had finished their secondary levels, and we tell them, if you are not good enough to be a doctor, please be good enough to be a plumber. If you are not good enough to be an architect, at least be good enough to be someone who's going to work in different fields where it is nothing else except your talent and the blessings that you've been given in terms of your hands. So today, I can comfortably say that one of the greatest achievements that we have been able to see is thousands of constituents from Vita have now been able to tend to themselves, be it those who are in the beauty sector, be it those who are in the cooking sector, be it those who are in electrical sectors. And today people can be able to earn a living at a time when joblessness is at its highest in this country. So if at all, this award goes to no one else except the people of Mvita, who have been able to take up on these concepts and have been able to make a name for themselves. So thank you very much, and once again, congratulations to every single member of Parliament in this country. Asanteni sana.
Thank you very much, Mheshimiwa. I think that closes the chapter from members of Parliament, and I want us to go back to the counties. Karibu sana, Mheshimiwa Omar. I hadn't forgotten. Lakini karibu sana. Thank you very much.
Anyway, thank you very much. I think I will take less than a minute. I'm Omar Mohammed, Member of Parliament for Mandera East. Mandera East is the farthest end of Kenya, bordering Ethiopia to the north and Somalia to the east. That's why we have border point 1, for those of you who have not been there. It's a great privilege for me to be here, and as has been said by Chairman of Special Funds, I think the members that are here are doing a great job. And as long as you do what you are elected to do, will be far away in terms of development in this country. And I will encourage Mizani Africa, because last time there were people who were saying they have not done the right thing. I know Mizani Africa do the right thing all the time, and they do a very professional job. Continue doing what you're doing. Go to the farthest end of this country like Mandera and where Baraza comes from. Get to identify the developments that are happening in those areas, and tell Kenyans what's happening in the various constituencies, the various counties in Kenya. I thank you.
Thank you very much. I believe this is Please don't forget your mask. Please make sure you know where it is. Let's go back to the counties, and I want to invite Douglas, the Speaker for the County Assembly of Makueni, Mheshimiwa Douglas Mbilu. Karibu sana Mheshimiwa.
Thank you very much, Mizani Africa. The representatives of governors present here, members of parliament, our senior brothers, colleague speakers of the county assemblies, deputy speakers present, members, distinguished members of county assembly, other stakeholders, members of press. Without observing protocol, CS and inspiring young man, CS Keynote. Good morning. My name is Douglas Mbilu. I'm the Speaker of the County Assembly of Makueni. And I want to say a few things in less than a minute. One, that it is written in law that the responsibility of Parliament is oversight, representation, and legislation. Indeed, we are here today as legislators to represent others who have equally done better, or are doing better, or will do better in this particular forum. And the work of a representative is not very easy. Being a presiding officer of members of county assembly in an assembly, and so other county assemblies, is not very easy. Because these are the people, and with a lot of respect, after the MPs and governors retreat in their offices, they leave MCAs in the villages, and they have to respond to social needs, economic needs, and other forms of needs that are not provided anywhere in the constitutions. And that is very important that we recognize these leaders, because as we know, it is very, very important. Two, a devolution started with the district focus rural development. And CDF, as Honorable Tim Wanyonyi has indicated, devolution came through CDF. But it was advanced by the Constitution to devolved governments. And therefore, we have two levels of devolution, that the CDF and the county governments. As a matter of oversight, and as a presiding officer in a county assembly, what we've been able to achieve in the county assembly of Makueni is responsive appropriation of resources on the health sector. Because we realized in Makueni, reasons as to why poverty was getting deeper and deeper into our society is that whenever a child is sick, the mother stops working to take care of the child, and the husband spends the resources to take care of the needs of the child. And therefore, ultimately, the economics of the family is affected. And therefore, the sick child renders the mother and the father sick. That is how we decided to appropriate more resources on the health sector, so that then you can alleviate that health problem and allow our people to have more time to produce for themselves. We have tried as a county government of Makueni, whereby provided in the Finance Act, which we have jealously protected as a county assembly in every appropriation, that we are increasing the allocation and protecting the allocation of the health sector, so as then to give our people more time, not to concentrate on their health services, but on the economic development. And that's one of the achievements that we've done. We have been able to protect. It's a matter of a responsive legislation. On the role of legislation, and this is where members of county assemblies will not agree with the governors. The tendencies of executive at the county level, as it has been put forward, would push to legislate in terms of appropriation, set up programs from an office, but not by way of a public participation. So legislation is not easy, particularly when you are dealing with appropriation law, which then governs the expenditure development of that particular county or ward for the next 12 months. I will call upon the legislators present here from the counties, in this budget making cycle that we are in, please ensure that you have responsive legislation, particularly on budget and appropriation, so that then you place resources on programs and activities that are going to be responsive to the people that you represent. Without that, you will find yourself again knocking at the door of the executive committee member or the respective governor to look for resources. So please, itemize the budget, localize the budget to your ward. The way Honorable Didi Nyora has told you that he has CDF kitty in his constituency, even without the Ward Development Fund, ensure that the Appropriation Act as a program in the name of your ward, not a budget of 1 billion for water projects. Let us see 3 million for drilling a particular borehole in a particular primary school to serve a specific community that is deprived. Thank you very much.
Thank you. Thank you, Speaker Mbilu from Makueni. I want to invite this Honorable Speaker from the County Assembly of Uasin Gishu, Mheshimiwa David Kiplangat. Please, let's put our hands together for Mheshimiwa Kiplangat.
Good morning, Excellencies present, honorable members of parliament, honorable speakers, honorable MCAs, members of the Fourth Estate, and all invited guests. First, I want to take this opportunity to thank sincerely the Mizani Africa for having come up with such a program that you don't know the input that you are bringing to the society in general. First of all of us are here, and I think by virtue of the presence which we shall receive, or some of us will receive, is actually investing in the people who are at the bottom of the pyramid. That is very important, because if we don't concentrate on the members or our wananchi or our wanchiku who are at the bottom of the pyramid, then we get everything wrong, and that is why every now and then we need to rush to the Katiba to see whether we need to change ABCD. But I believe where there is a will, there is a way. I also want to recognize my member of County Assembly of Uasin Gishu, Honorable Muya, who is also present. He's also a long-serving councillor and also serving for the second term for MCA. Thank you, Karibu. So what I was saying is that maybe I can just give a sneak preview of Uasin Gishu. What I know is that and what we have done, and I can see a lot of struggle Waheshimiwa was saying about the Ward Development Fund. As in Uasin Gishu, we jealously passed the Uasin Gishu Ward Development Fund, which is currently at play, and our percentage, you can't believe it, as we set it at 40% of the total development vote. So every ward in our current budget, they receive about 40 million. And that 40 million, it's a decision through public participation, where members of the public in that ward are going to decide which are these projects they are going to do in that particular financial year. So, and that's why I'm saying is that our problem actually is not the constitution. Our problem is just having the will and focusing on those people at the bottom of the pyramid. So it is very important that as leaders, we look at the households that are suffering in our society so that we can see how we can uplift them. We can have very good roads, we can have very good infrastructure, but when the people are suffering, actually the poverty index will remain high, and the problems in terms of insecurity, in terms of all manner of other problems will emanate from the households if they are suffering. So I believe the government should focus mostly on uplifting those members of our society who are at the bottom of the pyramid, and that is why sometimes we have a political inclination where we say that let us now look at our economic in terms of a bottom-up approach, because the top-down approach has really failed. So I can see, I think I'm taking a lot of time. So may I end there by actually congratulating each one and every one of us. I have seen Honorable Didmat Barasa, and I can tell Mizani Africa, you are doing well. That gentleman is doing very well at is it Kimilili? It's Kimilili constituency. You can see him building primary schools that are Korofa in nature. Yeah, and he actually goes and does the work himself. I've seen Ndindi Nyorosh, he has done really well in terms of constituency development. And I believe by just looking at that scenic preview of the people that are there, that are here, you have actually identified those people, those leaders that are really working for the sake and uplifting our community. Thank you very much. God bless you.
Thank you very much, Mr. Speaker. And I want to invite, kindly just take at most, not more than 2 minutes, so that we move on as quickly as possible. Mheshimiwa Josiah Thiriku from Embu County, a round of applause. Let's put our hands together for the Speaker from Embu. Karibu sana. 2 minutes, please.
Thank you. I'll take one. Thank you, Mizani Africa. Ladies and gentlemen, I'll just share a little about Embu. That mine is about servant leadership, and two where we've scored highly is on fostering positive relations between the Assembly and the Executive. All of you are aware that in the first term, Embu was known for unending political fights. But since we came, I've been able, through the County Assembly and the servant leadership, to foster positive working relationships, relationship between the County Assembly and the Executive, and what was called earlier here, what was referred to here as positive oversight. We've also succeeded in enacting very crucial bills that have a direct impact on the Mwananchi. I'll just mention one, the Health Services Bill, which has enabled some of our members of the county assemblies to have a direct impact on health in Embu County. I'll just mention one here. The Honorable Morris is with us here, Kolo. Honorable Morris was the first and only MCA in Kenya to purchase an ambulance using his mortgage, the money we got for mortgage. And that was possible because we were able to enact the Health Services Bill. The other one is the Honorable Lenny Masters, who was able to do the same. Thank you so much, and may God bless you.
Thank you for keeping your word. Asante sana Mheshimiwa Josiah Thiriku from the Embu County Assembly. I want us to close this session from the speakers by inviting Mheshimiwa John Kagushia from the County Assembly of Nyeri. Karibu sana Mheshimiwa Kagushia. Please take 2 minutes.
Definitely, Mheshimiwa from Embu has taken 1 minute, so I take 3. Also because I prepared well for this event. As you can see, I spent the whole morning looking for this thing. Now, ladies and gentlemen, I'm very excited to be here today, also having a reunion of sorts with Honorable Babu Owino, who was my university classmate, and Honorable Didinyoro, who was the other university's classmate, or college mate. I am here to briefly speak about what we have done in Nyeri and probably why we are also here. And as I do that, I have scanned through, I have seen some of my MCAs who are here. Honorable Keroga, Honorable Keroga Dhuku is here. I'm told he spoke at some point. I've also seen, I have Honorable Kawanjiko, the Honorable member probably who have sponsored most of the bills in this country. 15 bills in his lifetime, this gentleman. Even though we have not enacted all of them, they're in the process. Honorable Pauline Wanjira Maina, the Iron Lady of Nyeri County Assembly, who was elected on a PNU party in a Jubilee-dominated county. So, ladies and gentlemen, the Nyeri County Assembly, when we came on board, we found a county which was at war with itself. A county that, if you've ever had, the county that pioneered, that we get over that challenge. I'm happy that our members of County Assembly did deliver very, very seriously on that. Honorable members and all the guests who are here, as a County Assembly of Nyeri, once again, we also realized that one of the things that we needed to do is to remain there to legislate for our people, whether we have COVID or not. And so what we did is we came up with a teleconferencing equipment, which we did not pay a single cent, even though it is worth millions of Kenya shillings. We went and collaborated with Huawei and the Ministry of ICT, and we were able to put a very serious equipment in Nyeri County, and we happen to be the only county assembly that has never closed its doors because we have COVID-19. Welcome, His Excellency the Governor. Let us settle the Governor first so that people can listen to me. Thank you very much. So we are probably the only county now which has never closed its doors. Once again, the County Assembly of Nyeri, what we have done is that we have remained to be pro-people policy legislative assembly. So we identify problems. For example, when COVID came, we are probably the only county that came up with the COVID-19 and other highly infectious diseases response bill that will guide our county even in future when we have any other highly infectious diseases. That COVID-19 bill gave the governor a lot of powers, including hiring medics on a short-term basis, including mobilizing resources from our budget on short-term basis, and that has helped us a lot to advance as a county. We have looked at the county again. We have realized that when the governors request for money from Nairobi to come and assist them with the buying of drugs in our hospitals, they are not getting that money, because when we collect money from the counties and the money comes to Nairobi, it is used to pay loans. I'm not shouting a lot that. It's used to do other things. And when we realize this, that our hospitals are not having medicines and drugs because of that, we have now come up with the Health Funding Services Bill that says all the money we collect from Nyeri will not leave Nyeri. All that money we collect from our hospitals, we will use it in our hospitals to buy medicine for our people. And that is going to help us a great deal to ensure that we improve our health services on the ground. Of course, finally, honorable members and the invited guests, as Nyeri County Assembly, we have not only done the work that is supposed to be done in the devolved units. We have done our best to connect our MCAs also to the national government and to any other institutions, including NGOs, including civil society, to ensure that we are benefiting maximally. And for that reason, it's only in Nyeri County where members of County Assembly will tell you, I'm the one responsible for this Kera Road that is being done in my constituency. And that, for sure, has helped us a great deal. As a speaker of Nyeri County, a lot of people, of course, wonder sometimes, is this one a speaker? Sometimes they're not able to define me properly, because we are in the assembly, we are also in the county, at the constituency. Yesterday, for example, I spent the whole day, I'm finishing, I spent the whole day delivering sanitizers to 107 schools in the constituency where I come from. And on Sunday, we are spending the whole day again delivering sanitizers to 500 churches to ensure that we reduce the impact of COVID in our area, where, of course, we do come from. And so we have done these things to ensure that our people benefit and that we remain as pro-people as possible. Thank you very much. God bless you.
Thank you very much, Mheshimiwa John Kagushia. I see the entire Kiambu delegation has arrived. Thank you very much, Governor, for showing up. And I want to give the speaker first a minute just to say a word, please. But you're here. You must know what's going on because you're here. So kindly just take 1 minute before we invite the governor. Karibu sana, Mheshimiwa Speaker from Kiambu.
Thank you very much, everybody, Your Excellency. And I was just about to apologize for coming with my cap, because I've been called from campaign. We are having a by-election in Juja right now, so that's why I've been fished up. And I say this was an important place, but if you wouldn't mind my shaggy hair, I have no problem. But let me take this opportunity to appreciate the invite and say that I know you are far much gone, but in Kiambu we are doing our level best, what we can under circumstances that are really very tough, but I thank God that so far we have made it. And we pray that the remaining period of time that is before us, we shall do the best that we also can. So thank you very much for those who have decided to recognize those of us who does some things kule mashinani na kwa madizi na mafefe without being recognized. So we thank you very much, those of you who have organized this. I know you have done quite a number of things that I was informed about as to why we were selected for this recognition. And I remember, just if I speak only one word about these our sisters from Zimbabwe, and the member for Kino is one who brought a litigation to the House and brought a motion that was passed by my assembly, recognizing them. They came to this country many decades ago. And at one time, they were declared that they are stateless. And when that motion came and I approved it, I said, there is no African who has stepped his feet or her feet in the soil of Africa that can be called stateless. And there is no American who has stepped his feet in America who can be declared stateless when he is or she is an American. And so we said we supported that motion because these people came about 70, 80 years ago. If you tell them to go back to Zimbabwe, they don't know where to start. So we declared that as long as they are answering to the term African, they are going to be Kenyans. And we thank God that even the president recognized them and they were given that status. So if by me approving that motion made me to be recognized about that action, I appreciate and say thank you very much. And we are going to do much more where duty calls. Thank you and may God bless you.
Mheshimiwa.
Sorry, you know, if I don't mention that I'm with my governor, my boss, then I could be having or inviting myself into more trouble. And so I have with me none else than His Excellency the Governor of the great county of Kiambu. But it is not my responsibility to invite him. But it's good to recognize that we have come with him. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you very much. I want to recognize the presence of the Biashara Ward, member of County Assembly, Ako wapi, Njoroge. Just stand up and wave. Kindly. Where are you? Amanda. All right then. Okay. It is now my absolute honor to invite my governor, the governor of the great people of Kiambu, His Excellency Dr. James Nyoro, to say a few words. Kindly make it short. Karibu sana. Let's put our hands together for Governor Nyoro.
Thank you very much, Mr. Mburu. Invited guests, ladies and gentlemen. I really would want to take this opportunity to thank you most sincerely for offering us an opportunity to meet you today, and indeed for recognizing the difference that we are making in that county of Kiambu. As my speaker has said, I just changed my clothes at the washrooms here because, as you probably know, we are having a by-election. We are halfway done, and it's a very important by-election for us. So we had to interrupt a lot of things to come here because of the importance that we attach to this, knowing very well that we have a national duty to deliver whatever we are supposed to deliver in a free and fair manner. I would want once again to thank the organizers for inviting us and for recognizing us. As you probably know, there are quite a number of things that we can talk about, but I don't know what you picked. It's true, my speaker has talked about the recognition of the Shonas, which is something that we took upon ourselves, and we broke the barriers, and we are happy that they are members of our society. But much more importantly, it's the way we have been streamlining the delivery of service in Kiambu County. I was only 1 month old when I became governor, and 1 month later, on the 13th of March, COVID-19 broke, and that was the biggest test. As you probably know, Kiambu, with the 2019 population figures of 2.4 million people, very close to Nairobi, and Nairobi was always number one. Our people sleep in Nairobi, and there was no difference between what was happening in Nairobi and Kiambu. And what we did was to make sure that we shield ourselves. And there are quite a number of innovations that we introduced, to the extent that, as you probably know, Kiambu County has not been overwhelmed by COVID-19, despite the fact that there was a time you could not get beds in Nairobi. And part of that
was because we thought that we don't necessarily have the best brains, that the best brains lies with the people of Kiambu. And we sat together, and in the month of March, we put together a post-COVID-19 advisory council comprising of key people within the county, people in business, people in religious organizations, people in all spheres of life. And it was out of that coming together and working very closely with the county assembly that we were able, by July of 2020, we were able to detect that the most important cure or treatment for COVID-19 was actually not the ventilator, because as you can remember, there was a time when people were showing ventilators, the number of ventilators that they had bought. But we knew very well that the most important drug was actually oxygen. And by July of last year, we had installed 5 bulk oxygen tanks in our key facilities. And by August, our patients were actually benefiting from oxygen. We are talking about August last year, you know. This thing of oxygen has catch up, I think, in the 3rd wave. But we are talking about by August, our patients were actually benefiting from oxygen direct from the tank, tubed all the way to the ward and to the bed. And that is how we have been able to defeat particularly this 3rd wave. Because out of the patients that we've had, over 200 patients, spending about 30,000 shillings per day, 95% of them being on oxygen, consuming between 15 and 20 liters per minute, we were able to provide oxygen unlimited to our patients because of that foresight and that innovation, because of having brought together our advisory council. We have also been able to expand our hospital capacity. As you probably know, there was a certain point where His Excellency the President said all counties should have a minimum of 300 beds. At that point, actually, we had 600 beds. And as we speak now, we are in excess of 1,000 beds, COVID-related beds, not just isolation, but beds connected to oxygen that are able to cope with COVID situations. And all of this came in, and we had even to put some extra facilities donated by the same group. We started off an innovation that we are calling Adopt a Village, Feed a Family. And we fed about 27,000 families during that particular first phase. So we are very, very excited about that. We have other innovations that we have done. One most important one is enhancing our own source revenue. As you probably know, we have a huge potential as a county to actually raise more own source revenue than we are even able to get from equalization fund. But because of various reasons, we have not been able to do that. But I have to be, I have to say we are very, very happy because we are getting there. We have sealed all the loopholes. We are, introducing new innovations. And this year, despite the fact that we've been hit by COVID, this is the 3rd wave, we are seeing certain innovations coming in. We are a county that can very quickly get 95% water connectivity. And that comes in through Marshall Plan. You don't have to do a borehole in every single village because the 2 boreholes or 3 boreholes are not connected. What we have come up with is a Marshall Plan for each sub-county, and water is actually moving from one sub-county if they have a better catchment area to another sub-county if it is deficit. And all this is coming because we can be able to put our brains together and say where we want to go. The biggest challenge we have, and I want to stop, is to say that, as you probably know, Kiambu has one of the highest population growth rate, not because our mothers and our sisters are giving birth at that high rate, no. It's because many people are immigrating to come and live in Kiambu. And with that kind of high immigration, probably about 4%, we really have to be able to think about Kiambu 2040. What does Kiambu 2040 look like? How will housing look like? What will be the water consumption? These are things that we are working on so that as subsequent governments come in, they will be feeling a trajectory that will be able to fulfill the obligation of the county and also of the country because we are a member of the Metropolitan. I want to stop there and say we really would appreciate this recognition. Thank you very much, and the sky is the limit with this county, and I want to appreciate the cooperation that we've had with my members of the County Assembly and my members of the executive. Thank you, and God bless you.
Thank you, my friend.
Thank you, sir. Thank you, Your Excellency Dr. Nyoro, Governor for the County of Kiambu, the President's County. I want to recognize a few individuals who are here. Let me start by a lady who is in the house, Madam Ekrandungu. Please just stand up and wave. She's the principal, German Institute. She is very keen on leadership matters. Thank you very much for attending this function. I also want to appreciate and recognize, again, he wasn't here when I called his name, the MCA for Biashara Ward in Ruiru, Elijah. You cannot speak after your governor, sir. Just wave to the people. I also want to appreciate and recognize the majority leader for the County of Nairobi, who is also the MCA Matopeni Ward, which is in Embakasi Central, Mheshimiwa Abdi Guyo. Mheshimiwa Abdi Guyo, please just stand up and wave. Mheshimiwa Guyo. Just kindly just wave. That is the majority leader, County of Nairobi. For now, allow me, so that we start concluding and we start getting to the main event, I want to invite the CEO, Mr. Harun, and I also want to appreciate, and just one more, once again, appreciate and recognize the, if not one of, the only MCA who has a PhD from Nakuru County. That is Dr. Peter Mbai. Where are you? Akona PhD. You know, it is a big challenge for young people like myself when you see another young person with a PhD. Unajua ni lazima unapata hiyo challenge kidogo. So I want to invite the CEO so that he can invite our guest of honor, Mheshimiwa Zaki Kenodia. Karibu sana Bwana Harun.
Thank you again. I thank you, Your Excellency, for availing yourself, Honorable Speaker, and those who have come after I've spoken. I'm really honored to have you here. I know we expected about 7 governors. I know there is a lot on the table for them, but I think you represent them quite sufficiently. Well, before I invite our guest, I want to say thank you again. And I remember I did not acknowledge Further State, members of Further State. You're most welcome. You are the people who create content for us out there. For those who have not been able to attend, thousands will know about this through you. So we really appreciate you, and we always take you seriously. I want to say I'm happy because of your attitude towards this. I'm always happy when I see great leaders agree to attend a ceremony like this. We are not the biggest company in this country, but you're always ready to come and take that which we give to you. Because I think it's an honor to be able to listen to whoever talks to you, even as you are great leaders. The reason why you are growing today is because you have been listening. The reason why you will succeed tomorrow is because you are listening to Wajiko down there. Mheshimiwa Dede Nyoro, you have spoken about working with the Mashinani people. There can be a lot of fight up here, but as long as you are connected properly, anchored properly with your ground, you will always succeed. So this is a good thing. There was something I was reading, and I realized that the reason why sometimes we as leaders we face backlash is because, especially when we leave Nairobi and we go to Mashinani, we think we have so much, we know so much. And I want you leaders to reflect on that. when you go down there and you want to fight, because I believe most of the leaders here have actually come from Nairobi, and then you have gone back to Mashinani. You think there is everything you have known is what they should learn. But there was something I was trying to study, then I realized that the reason sometimes why we become detached is when we fail to recognize that those people are great, whichever level they are. Because remember, their achievement includes you going to Nairobi and becoming great and coming back. So those greatness, those achievements, whether they are major or minor, including you, should be recognized first. Once you recognize that, then you create a connection. You create a connection. Then from there, you build an extension with your ideas and whatever you have been able to amass from wherever you have gone. If we are able to do that, I have realized that people on the ground are able to appreciate us faster, more, and easily, so that we can move forward based on what they have achieved. Then we can tell them, maybe we can better your best, and this is what we can be able to see. If we can be able to build a vision for them and be able to demonstrate where we are taking them clearly, even before we get there, because they say a great leader is one who sees where he is going at the beginning of the journey, one who can be able to draw the vision more clearly at the very beginning of the journey. If we can do that, then we can be able to eliminate all these kind of hue and cry, all this kind of fighting down there. Because these people don't understand you sometimes. They feel you are strange. Although they actually voted for you, but now they think you are strange. What could be the reason why they want to vote you out? The other people who are learning for you, now they are saying you must go. There is a strangeness that you have introduced. You did not listen to them. You did not understand or appreciate where they are, so that you can extend, build on that, so that that connection then can be able to take you forward. I felt that it was a point that maybe as leaders we need to take challenge and possibly try to reflect on, because as a leader in my own small way, I think this is what I'm trying to understand, so that we are able to move forward and grow, and as we grow, the others are able to lift us more and more. Now I want to take this opportunity to welcome our able guest of honor, CAS Sports, Youth, Sport and Culture, Honorable Kenothia Sak. Karibu sana. Thank you very much, Chief Executive Officer, Mizani Africa. The protocols observed is the Governor of Kiambu, Karanja Nyoro, Doctor, the speakers of the Assembly, Nyeri, who was in Gishu, Kiambu, and the other one I forgot, Makueni, all the members of County Assembly here, the members of Parliament, Mombasa, Muranga, the other one was in Bungoma, the other one is in Kiambu. All of the people are here, including our very own newest Kenyan, a member of Shona community from Zimbabwe, now Kenyan, and all the protocols observed here. Hamjambo. Hamjambo tena. I'm going to take a very short time so that you can receive your awards, and then I will sit down. And I forgot to say Member of Parliament from Nairobi County, your honorable, most honorable Member of Parliament for Westlands. How do you know what people are saying? And how do you respond best to what they want? And the question goes further, do you give people what they want or what they need? As a leader, how do you deal with the negative energy? How do you best provide for what is most urgent in times of crisis, like now? And where do you get the resources to satisfy the needs, if you are for the needs, or the wants, if you are for the wants? These are some of the questions that the 21st century leaders like us here are called to answer and provide solutions. We are living in very dangerous times because, unlike the days of our forefathers, you are sharing an equal platform with lunatics. And as a leader, your dignity is exposed to attack. Your hard work is challenged into mediocrity. Because when the internet broke the world, our chances became equal. The vote that you cast in Parliament is as good as a vote cast by the people lying in the trenches in the cold morning drunk. This is the challenge of democracy. Yet, we must move on and make better the lives of the people we represent or purport to represent. I came here as a chief guest because I am a true defender of needs, not wants. It is not possible to satisfy the people, but it is possible to secure them against all the vulnerabilities that this vagary life can bring. Members of Parliament who are here are spending 20 hours out of 24 thinking and wondering and dreaming of how to return to Parliament or how to proceed to the next level of governance. Governor who is here, members of county assembly who are here, that is how we are spending our time. And that is how it ought to be. And how to make it best to return becomes the quagmire. If I stood here today and said, I'm going to make you the member of Parliament for your constituency in 2023, and I meant it, you'd give me your kidneys or your hearts, perhaps, if that is what I wanted as a prize. But that is not how to go. How to go is what this polling company has brought to us today. That if you can appreciate the things you do for the people, however small they are, if you can see the transformation you make in the lives of the people, unappreciated or appreciated, you can go damn asleep and leave the rest to the deities. Out of 290 members of Parliament, 47 governors, 47 speakers, and 1,450 members of county assemblies, who have made into this room is not by accident. It is an appreciation of good work done. Forget about political affiliation. Political affiliation is a rhetoric. My mother in Muranga does not care if the government that brings her water and road is headed by Zach Kinuvia the son or headed by Didi Nyoro the neighbor. She is of least concern about that. The concern is whether she has piped, clean, safe, drinkable water, and whether her road to the shop can be passable. Her concern is whether her son, her daughter, shall live in an equitable society where needs, where wants, where luxuries are available as per the hard work. So members of governance forum, I want to say this, and then I will preside over the ceremony. What do we need just to guide us? The president, the governor, the MP, the MCA, all of us are cracking heads. What do we need as a country? And let me put it this way. Wise men have said it before, that there are 3 basic needs. Today there are 4. But when we went to school, there were 3 basic needs. These basic needs were shelter, food, and clothes. But then there is a 4th one, and that is health. How do we keep ourselves from diseases? So, as we do our work, these are the parameters unto which we must rise. If you solve the problems of health for the people, and health does not mean people not get sick, but that when they are sick, they can find redress in dispensaries, in hospitals, or in referrals. If you are able to provide food, and food is also a challenge in this country. I heard the governor saying that he's been feeding 27,000 families. I know my predecessor, MP for Embakasi East, has been feeding his people in a city, in a constituency in the city, a first world city, as they call it, Nairobi. And wherever you are also, in Westlands, in Muranga, in Thika, We are feeding people. Food is a challenge. How do we secure people against hunger? How do we secure people against vulnerabilities of diseases? How do we clothe our people? Perhaps clothes is no longer a major problem. It's not a crisis. But how do we do this? This is why you have been called to leadership. And if you do this, amidst all the noises, desiderata would put it, as you do this, you no longer serve yourself, but you serve your humanity. And when you serve the humanity, you are served by the supremacy of the deity, whomever you perceive him to be. Others are cows, others are beautiful women, and others are God, the trio. It is important for us to reflect on that. So I'm very grateful for the CEO of this company. I'm very grateful for the leadership, the directors. I'm grateful for the young people who went to the field to collect this data. They did not go there as Jubilee. They never went there as ODM, Ford Kenya. They never went there to collect information as ANC or KANU. No, they never went there to represent the president or his deputy or to represent Raila Odinga and the other political people. But they went there to look for the things that touches the lives of the people. Leaders, let us touch and transform the lives of the people and don't mind about politics. Machiavelli would say that while the need is far, you have all the people and their women and property. But when the danger is lacking, all of them have gone. Perhaps people have been with you in the constituencies, saying ni wewe tu, hakuna mwingine, modo no, whatever you say in your language, that is my mother tongue. When you need them during voting, they are not there. Or they are somewhere else. Like Chinua Achebe would describe in his story of the voter, that they have eaten to the anchor, rather they have eaten to the politician, but they want to vote the Mr. Politician from Nairobi because they have eaten bribe. And that bribe has been taken through an oath of witchcraft. So you just tear your vote and put it in both boxes. In essence, you vote none. You have wasted your vote. Stand firm and keep your eyes in the goal, that you are serving a greater purpose. When you become a leader, you are serving a greater purpose than the people, than the president, than the deputy president, than Right Honorable Raila Odinga. That you are serving a greater purpose beyond the three, beyond yourself. Because how much money do you need? Leo Tolstoy would ask, how much land does a man need? Just 6 feet by 4, because that's where you'll be interred. But how much money do we need, surely? We would need just money to keep our families safe, in cold times to keep them warm, in school time to give them fees, in health to give them cover, and our wives to be beautiful, make their hair, make their shoes and nails, rather than their hands, whatever they make. After that, money is useless. If you're in a good house, good car, whatever. So let's serve a greater purpose of the people, make them comfortable. And that is why I accepted to come here. I also know that my government, the one I serve as a so-called assistant minister, is also struggling to make needs available and accessible to the people. Finally, let me say, I drove for 12 hours non-stop on Wednesday to Marsabit, a place called Loyangalan. I left here at 6, and I arrived there when my eyes opened. I was staring at the shores of Lake Turkana. Then drove 2 hours again to that town. And let me tell you, I found women doing beadwork. And that is all the women can do there. There is no life. It's literally a jungle. No water. No hospitals. No roads. What I found Kenha maintaining as a highway, I would want you to go and see what it is. Perhaps we are used to good highways. Go and see what a highway is according to those statistics. Those people need the most basic things that a governor can provide: water, drill water or clean the water from Lake Turkana, put some hospital to ensure that they are not sick, and feed them. If you have a budget appropriated for food, Auditor General, unless they are mad, will not come to your head. If the people are hungry, and until you are hungry, you cannot know how painful the pangs can be. And until you are well fed, you cannot be creative. How can you be creative if you are hungry? For you here, you're only creative because you have eaten. That is why you can hope and have ambition. Otherwise, if you're hungry, you are going to have ambition about food, and you will see everything in terms of food, including the moon as chapati. Let us feed our people. Let us stand for them. That is where we are chosen. That is where we are here. That's why we want to be leaders, and so on and so forth. Lastly, before we give these things, I have to respond to the current affairs, and in due respect, perhaps speak from where Dean Dinyoro left, that he is very happy that High Court overturned the ruling that is anchoring BBI. Let me say this. Thank you, because you have come near, because I've said it's final. Let me say this. Ladies and gentlemen, if you do not know where you are coming from, you will not appreciate where you are, and you will not understand where you're going. BBI in its essence was a ceasefire document. It is a ceasefire. We are literally going down. We had two republics. The Republic of Kenya led by the People's President, and then we had the Central Republic of Kenya led by Mr. Uhuru Kenyatta. And things were started pulled down. Taxes were being collected. They were urging Right Honorable Raila Odinga to make his own makeshift army, militia, to terrorize the country. And the country was no longer governable. We were here. At least my brother, and I'll keep mentioning him because we come from the same county, the Fort Hall, Dean Dinyoro. Him and I used to say on TV that this country will not be saved by a benevolent dictator. If you remember. I don't like democracy. Let me put it that way. I don't like democracy, but I have to live with it. The purest form of governance is monarchy. The second best is aristocracy. The third is democracy. And the worst is the dictatorship, the rule of the mob. Let me say this, gentlemen. Let's not forget where we are coming from. If we can elect and de-elect Didmas Barasa, if you can install in office Timu Anyonyi and remove him in office, even by constitutional terms, that a governor cannot go more than 2 terms, an MP is deemed to have finished after 2 terms, although that is not law, it's people's perception. If we can go that route, we must ask today that even judges from the level of a high court must also be elected by the people, so that they're also accountable. We must start having these discussions. I'm not saying we do it tomorrow, but we must start saying, if governor is accountable to the people, president is shaking, all over the world presidents shake towards election, because they have to be accountable once again to the people. MPs back to the people. Why can't also we hold judges accountable to the people? They can wake up and make mad decisions. What are we going to do as a country? Are we together? This is political. I have said it here. Because that's how I feel it. A judge is deemed to be elected, appointed into the office for life in good and in bad behavior. Nobody is going to remove them from office. Only the Lord is going to switch off their air. Lakini wewe mwananchi, hata huwezi meza kitu kwa haraka. Saa hii babu nikimwambia kuja tukule nyama sacred, tukishika hivi babu asikie epakasi hizi kuna moto, hiyo nyama imekuwa maji. Or Kiambu, or Kiharu. You know, ladies and gentlemen, we can argue and differ politically, but let us not shake the fundamentals of our nation. We must come together, we must solve our problems, and constitutions are a live document, you have been told. I disagree on principle with the ruling of the High Court, and I urge the Attorney General and Solicitor General to move quickly, ask for the stay order, and overturning of it, then IBC should declare a day for referendum, then tugie kwa uwanja tukatafute kura ya referendum. Tumaliza hii maneno. So asanteni sana. Thank you very much for this one. I wish you the very best as you go back to your work as a member of parliament. I wish you the very best. Perhaps I'm going to join you in the 13th August house, God willing. But wherever we meet, leadership, serving our people, let us do the best we can, and God is going to bless us. Members of Parliament, I wish you your second term if you want, or third term. Governor, I wish you a second term because you are here. Speakers, I don't know what you want to do with your lives. Perhaps you want to vie or get back to speaker. Members of county assemblies, I wish you the very best. Whatever you're going to put yourself into, Abdul Swamad, I know you to be governor. I wish you all the best, people. May God bless you and lift you high. Thank you very much.
Kiswahili kinasema akili ni nywele, And I shall say no more. Thank you very much. Very careful, I'll suspend you. I said I'm the boss now. Now, it is time for our main event. And this is where we get to appreciate and honor all the hard work that you have put in, and mostly so work that is beyond what you are mandated or what you are constitutionally mandated to do. And we will not take too long, kwa sababu watu wa media, again, being one of them, I know that we do not like very long events, and we have to be very quick so that we can at least start getting some airtime. So I will invite Mr. Carlos Luis, who is one of the consultants from Mizani Africa. Mr. Carlos Luis is a consultant at Mizani Africa, and he is going to award the MCAs. So when I call out your name, we'll start from, these positions have been arranged from 20 to, we have the top 20. So we'll start with position 20 all the way to the top position. But I will let Mr. Carlos Luis say just one word, and then we can get on to the business of the day.
Okay, well, I wanted to say hi to everybody and appreciate the opportunity to participate in this event. Hello? Hi. Okay, sorry for that. I wanted to appreciate this opportunity that you are giving me to participate in this event. My work is in capacitation in government and implementation of projects. So it's a very good opportunity to see successful and very good stories that I have heard. So thank you very much.
Thank you. Once again, when I call out your name, let's move on. Let's move a bit quickly so that we save on time. The number 20 nationally is a nominated member of County Assembly from the county of Machakos, who I am informed is not available here today, but it is important to mention Honorable Margaret Ndalana. A round of applause in absentia. The number 19 receiving a certificate. I am waiting for our photographers to tell us what they are more comfortable with. Is it the digital one or the other one? The other one. So let's move this. All right. Number 19 nationally. Let's give a round of applause for Honorable Francis Moya Mwangi from Langas Ward. Karibu sana. Those are enough photographs? Number 18, Honorable nominated member of County Assembly of Nairobi, Honorable Anita Dhombe. Anita Dhombe. Anita Dhombe. Did she leave? Anita Dhombe. If she's not available, let's move on to the next one. Number 17, from Meru County, we have Honorable Elias Murega Julius. Karibu sana. This is Murega.
Hapo sawa? Hapo? Hapo iko sawa.
Let's move on. Let's move on. Photographers, please. Let's move on. We are at position 16 from Waiga Ward, Honorable Jogona Wanjiku Kawanjiko from Waiga Ward. Let's appreciate Mheshimiwa Jogona. These positions, as I said, are tabulated nationally. Number 15, from Kitengela Ward, Honorable Paul Matuia Kipamet. A round of applause. We will get to number 14 in just a minute. Number 13, from Runyenje Central Ward, this is Honorable Steve Siba. Honorable Steve Siba, I like your mask. Najua mahali ulitoa hiyo. From Tendero Ward, Honorable Solomon Kedogia Wamboi coming in at number 12. Karibu sana. Chunga keyboard. Unaweza toa mask ndio tukujue vizuri. This is Honorable Solomon Kenodia Wamboi kutoka kule Tendero, Kiambu County. Mr. Carlos, we're requesting that you also remove your mask so that we can see you properly. Smile is a great thing. From Kirimari Ward, this is at number 11, Honorable Maurice Mushiri Nyaga. Round of applause. He got some very serious accolades from his speaker. At number 10, we are now in the top 10. So I am hoping that we get some let's be kind. Number 10, Honorable Goodson Washira Mushina. This is from Tabera Ward. At number 9, from Juja Ward, Honorable Jayantilal Kalpesh Shah. Is he available? I would also assume that he is taking care of elections in that constituency. Number 8, from Kabazi Ward, Dr. Honorable Peter Kibe Mbaye, coming in at number 8. The only MCA with a PhD in the Republic of Kenya. Kiroga huku umesikia hiyo. At number 7 from Wangu Ward, Honorable Isaac Kamote Washiama. Karibu sana. A round of applause. A round of applause for Honorable Isaac Kamoto Washiama, who ties at number 7 with Honorable Peter Warutere from Roysambu Ward. Warutere? Is Warutere around? No? Coming in at number 6 from Nairobi County, the majority leader from Matopeni Ward, Honorable Abdi Guyo. Mheshimiwa Guyo, round of applause. Let's all appreciate Coming in at number 7 as well, from Nyeri County. 7. Coming in, this is from Nyeri County, Kirugabuku. Karibu sana. From Chinga Ward. This is at position 7. I had left it up. Yes. I am informed that the certificate is not ready for now. There's no rigging. You can use another one in the place, yes. Kindly. On a personal note, he's one of my favorite MCAs. At number 6, number 6 we have mentioned, Honorable Lucy Njeri Mwaniki. This is from the county of Kirinyaga. She's a nominated MCA. Is she around? No? Lucy Njeri Mwaniki. Lucy Njeri Mwaniki, she's just arrived. Karibu sana. Kibia. Anita will get you. We'll get to you in a moment. Karibu sana. Please speak your certificate. This is Honorable Lucy Njeri Mwaniki from the county of Kirinyaga. She is a nominated MCA. I want us to go back to position 18, which was taken by another nominated MCA, Honorable Anita Dhombe. Please speak your certificate. You guys are very mean with applauses. Ama mmezoea kustamp miguu. Honorable Caleb Mutiso Mule, coming in at position 4. This is from Mubuti Kiima Kimwe Ward. And I now want to invite our CEO. I want to invite our CEO, Bwana Harun, so that he can award from position 3. Thank you very much, Carlos. Thank you. Position 3, nationally, is another one of my favorite MCAs. Ishagaki 1, Charles Mwangi Nganga. Let's give a round of applause. This is from the Fort Hall County. Karibu sana. This is a tie. He ties with Honorable Majimbo Okumu from Halaba Ward. But you can share. Let him pick your certificate, and then you can both hold the Mheshimiwa Okumu to a mask. And then you can probably both hold the trophy. Thank you very much. A round of applause for Honorable Majimbo and Honorable Ishagaki 1. Kino Ward, Honorable Samuel Kimani Wanjiku coming in at number 2. Honorable Samuel Kimani Wanjiku. Please pick your trophy and your certificate. Congratulations, well done. Please keep up. Please take a, yes, okay, that's fine, that's okay. A round of applause for the work that he has been doing. Yes.
Thank you very much.
From Zimbabwe.
Appreciate
We shall wait for Snapchat. Please give me some drum rolls. Who's going to give me some drum rolls? We are at position 1. The best performing MCA, according to Mizani Africa and the research that we have done, is none other than Honorable Elijah Njoroge from Biashara Ward. Where is he? He is, as you can see, he is quite busy. Very well dressed. A round of applause for Bwana Airwave mwenyewe. Karibu sana.
Thank you very much.
You're welcome. I want us to break protocol and order a bit. Thank you very much. Congratulations, Mheshimiwa Elijah. Now, I want us to change the order for just one bit, and I want to invite I want us to change the order a bit. So we first of all finish the county government. So we were done with the MCAs, and I now want to invite our CAS, Youth and Sports, Zach Kenodia, to issue the certificates and trophies. We want to, if there are representatives of the governors who are invited, kindly step up, pick their certificates and or trophies. And I want to start. These are going to be issued by the CAS, Firebrand CAS, Zach Kenodia. A representative from the county of Taita Taveta, His Excellency Governor Granton Samboja. Is there a representative for Mr. Samboja? No? Number 6, His Excellency Dr. James Nyoro from the County of Kiambu. Congratulations, Bwana Governor.
This is my favorite governor. This is my favorite governor because he's a PhD holder.
Congratulations, Bwana Governor.
This is the second time. Actually, it's going to be a first time. Then you can go to more. This is yours. That's a rule. You can give your PhD holder. Yeah.
Number 5, from Kisumu County, we have His Excellency Governor Professor Peter Anyang' Nyong'o. Do we have a representative from Kisumu? At number 4, County 001, Honorable His Excellency Governor Hassan Ali Joho. Do you have a representative for the governor from Mombasa County? Very well. Mheshimiwa Abdul Swamad. Mheshimiwa, please to a mask. This is also probably a sign of things to come. Congratulations and good luck. His Excellency Stephen Arab Sang from Nandi County at position 3. Do we have a representative? This is from Nandi County, His Excellency Governor Stephen Arab Sang. At position 2, from the land of Minji Minji, Kirinyaga County, Her Excellency Governor Anne Mumbi Waiguru Kamogo.
I think for the record, I have to admit that
No.
These people are my in-laws.
And the representative for the governor is none other than Lucy Njeri Mwaniki. As I said, from the land of Miji Miji. And at position 1, we'll do this in post. We'll add the drum rolls in post. From Tharaka Nithi County, His Excellency Onesimus Mudhomi Njoki. Round of applause for His Excellency Mudhomi Njoki.
This is a country that is coming to become president. Thank you very much.
That is all for now from the governors. Mheshimiwa Margaret Ndalano. Thank you very much, Bwana CS. Mr. Carlos, if you don't mind, I kindly request you to award a certificate. She was not available, but now she is. Margaret Ndalana from Machakos County. She was at position 20. Please step up. Yes. We are still on county government, so we'll now go on to the speakers of the various county assemblies. Speakers of various county assemblies. I want to invite Mr. Kevin Doyle. Who's also a consultant at Mizani Africa, and he is going to award the various speakers of the county assemblies. I request you to remove your mask so that you can see your beautiful, beautiful smile, sir. Let's start with Uasin Gishu County, coming in at position 7. Honorable David Kiplagat. A round of applause. Round of applause for Honorable David Kiplagat. Coming in at position 6. From Wajir County Assembly, we have Honorable Ibrahim Ahmed Yakub. Mheshimiwa Yakub, any representative of the Speaker? Karibu sana. Honorable Ibrahim Ahmed Yakub from Wajir County Assembly, not available. Next, number 5. At position 5, Honorable Dr. Bishop Stephen Ndisho from Kiambu County. Thank you very much. Position 4, from Kwale County Assembly, we have Honorable Sami Nyamawi Rua. Sami Nyamawi Rua from Kwale Sub-County. Is he available? No. At number 3 nationally, from the Embu County Assembly, we have Honorable Josiah Teriku Mureithi. Honorable Josiah Teriku Mureithi from Embu County Assembly. Congratulations to you, sir. At number 2, from the Makueni County Assembly, Honorable Douglas Mbilu David. At position 1, the gentleman at position 1, at position 1, the gentleman in a red bow tie from the Nyeri County Assembly, our learned friend, Honorable John Kagushia. You have officially been threatened. Congratulations. Congratulations, Honorable John Kagushia, LLB. Thank you. I want now to thank you very much, Mr. Doyle. You can please have your seat. I first of all want to note that Mheshimiwa Ditmas Baraza is a role model to one of our journalists. The journalist right at the end over there. Well done. I am sure that if Mheshimiwa Jango takes off that hat, you will know where my hairstyle came from. Thank you very much. Let's move on to the members of parliament. The other day I heard Mheshimiwa KJ say that you guys do a lot of work, most of which is unreported. We only report your shenanigans. So this is a time for us to recognize the great work that you people do. So without much ado, from Embakasi Central constituency at position 16 nationally and at position 2 in the county of Nairobi, we have Honorable Mwangi Benjamin Gathiru. Thank you very much. There's a representative. Please pass on our congratulations. Mr. Haron, kindly. This is from Embakasi. Please pass on our congratulations. Make sure your certificate imefika. From Mwala constituency, at position 15 nationally, and the first in Mwala in the county. Mwala is in which county? In Machakos County. Honorable Musau Vincent Musioka. Kawaya area? All right. No representative. Let's move on. From Gatondo North constituency, position 14 nationally and 4th in the county of Kiambu, Honorable Anne Wajikoa Kife. Not available, we don't have her. Okay. Position 13 nationally and position 3 in the county, Rarieda constituency, Honorable Otiende Amolo, we have a representative, thank you very much, fantastic. Please pass on our congratulations to Akil. At position 12 nationally, Kaiti constituency, Honorable Kimilu Joshua Kivinda, no representative. At position 11 nationally, from Ndia constituency, Honorable George Masharia Karaoke GK. All right. From Ugunja constituency, position 10 nationally, Honorable Wandai James Opio. Opio Wandai, do we have a representative? We do, fantastic. Please pass on our congratulatory messages. Tafadhali hakikisha certificate imefika. Thank you very much, Mr. Haron. I invite you to take your seat. Thank you. I want to invite Madam Ekra Ndongo from the German Institute. Karibu sana, this is Ekra Ndongo from German Institute. Tafadhali Thomas. Ndo tukurecognize vizuri. We are now in the top 10, and this position, at position 9, is a tie between Honorable Josephat Gishunge Kabeabea from Tigania East constituency, and Honorable Atandi Samuel Onunga from Alego Usonga. Karibuni sana, congratulations. I believe you're the representative. Tafadhali hakikisha ya kwamba cheti hicho kimemfikia mheshimiwa. I think step out a bit. Step aside. Thank you very much. At position 8 nationally, from Soy constituency, Honorable Caleb Kipkemei Kositan. Do we have a representative? Okay, there's a representative from Mheshimiwa Kositan. Round of applause, that is position 8. Oh yes, it's also a tie, my apologies. And Mheshimiwa Kositani from Soy constituency ties with Honorable Cheboy Moses Kipkemboi from Kuresoi constituency. A representative of Honorable Cheboy? You don't have? Okay. From the most populous constituency in the Republic of Kenya, Ruiru, Mheshimiwa Honorable Simon Kingara Nganga, coming in at position 7 nationally and position 3 in the county of Kiambu. Please give a round of applause. He's taking his time because you're not applauding. Kindly applaud Mheshimiwa Kingara. I am sure he was in the neighboring Juja constituency ensuring everything is going on smoothly. Congratulations. You received your certificate. Tafadhali toa mask Mheshimiwa so that people can see your smile. Unajua unaweza kuwa umekasirika. Thank you very much and congratulations. At number 6 is a tie between two very far-flung constituencies. One is on this end and the other one is on the other end. Honorable Mutua Didmas Wekesa Barasa and Honorable Hassan Omar Mohammed Malim from Mandela East. Of course, Mr. Barasa is from Kimilili constituency. Okay, now I want to request Madam Ekra, thank you very much, take your seat. We appreciate your time, we appreciate your presence and good work at the German Institute. I want to invite Mr. Kevin Doyle again to take up his position and award the following recipients. Honorable Murungi Kathuri at position 5 nationally, South Imenti constituency. He is the only member here today mwenye alikuja na bibi yake. His wife knows where he is. This is a tie at position 5 with a firebrand member of parliament from Embakasi East constituency, Honorable Babu Owino Paul Ongiri. If you didn't know, Mheshimiwa Babu Owino alifunza watoto sana pale Facebook time ya COVID. This is why he was greatly recognized for his selfless work. I would like to thank him on his own behalf. Thank you very much. Congratulations, Mheshimiwa Babu Owino. From Kafete constituency at number 4 nationally, we have Honorable James Kamau wa Mashukuru. We have a representative of Mheshimiwa. Please pass on our congratulatory message to Mheshimiwa wa Mashukuru. At number 3 nationally, I say that he is the person who performed very well in the prudent use of his CDF. Mheshimiwa from the land of Kenneth Matiba, Mheshimiwa Samson Dendenyoro, and tying at position 3 with Honorable Abdul Swamad Sharif Nasir. Congratulations. This is at position 3. Congratulations, Mheshimiwa Nyoro. Please enjoy your suspension. Mheshimiwa Abdul Swamad Sharif from Vita constituency. At position 2, ndo wale wanatetemesha 001 huko chini. At position 2, nationally, from Uriri constituency, Honorable Mark Ogola Nyamita. Honorable Mark Ogola Nyamita, do we have a representative? Mheshimiwa Babu Owino, tafadhali hakikisha kwamba hicho cheti kimemfikia mheshimiwa. There's a tie at the top between, these are the best performing members of parliament according to Mizani Africa for the year 2021. there's a tie between the honorable member from Westlands constituency, Honorable Timothy Wanyonyi Wetangula, and Honorable Patrick Wainaina Jango from Thika constituency. Please, a round of applause. Well done to the two members of parliament. I wish to invite our CAS, Zach, and our CEO, Mr. Haron, and Mr. Carlos Luis as well. Please join the team in awarding Mheshimiwa Jango and Mheshimiwa Tim Wanyonyi for the great work that they have done for their constituents and for being a great example to those who aspire to be leaders and to the rest of us as Kenyans. Congratulations and a round of applause for the two members of parliament. Congratulations, well done, God bless you. Thank you, thank you, thank you for the work that you're doing. This is a wonderful, wonderful time. You are the epitome of brilliance and greatness. Mheshimiwa Wanyonyi and Mheshimiwa Wainaina Jango, thank you for the work that you have been doing. We appreciate you, we congratulate you, and more so, congratulate the people of your constituencies who decided to vote for you because they clearly made a great decision. Finally, Finally, please don't leave, please don't leave. Let's settle down just 1 minute. 1 minute, Mheshimiwa, just 1 minute. Please have a seat. Please have a seat. Photographers, tafadhali, we have one more award. We have one last award, one last award, one last award. And this award, order, honorable members. Order, honorable members. There's one last award. And this award is in recognition of two great leaders of this country. If we can have some silence, please. Hello? If we can have some silence and less movement, we have one last award, and we would like to recognize the contribution of His Excellency President Uhuru Kenyatta and Right Honorable Raila Amolo Odinga for their selflessness and their wisdom in ensuring that this country remains at peace. So we have one more award, and we are calling this the Greater Good Award. And I would like to invite Zach Kinodia, the CAS, because he is a president's appointee, and I would like to invite one member of parliament from the Orange Democratic Movement, Abdul Somad, and Timothy Wanyonyi. It's fine, it's okay, it's okay. You just have to ensure that it gets to the right people. Fantastic. This award goes to the President and the Right Honorable Raila Odinga. Let's start with the Right Honorable Raila Odinga. This is in recognition of their selflessness in ensuring that we have one single unit called Kenya. And leaders are known at the toughest of times. This is in recognition for the handshake and the greater good that they did for this country, ensuring that we remain at peace and unity. This is to the Honorable Raila Amolo Odinga. Of course, Honorable Tim Wanyonyi and Honorable Abdul Somad Nasir will ensure that this certificate and this trophy will get to Mheshimiwa Raila Odinga. And since Mheshimiwa Zach Kinothia is also here, naona ni kama hizo zimetosha. The one thing that we might not realize is that we were headed down a terrible destructive path until these two leaders sat down and ensured that we did not do exactly that. We did not enter into a self-destructive mode. This goes to the President Uhuru Kenyatta, of course, taking the certificate to and the trophy. Receiving on behalf of the President is the CAS, Zach Kinothia. Zach, tafadhali ile siku utapeleka, uniite tupeleke na wewe. Niko sawa? Hata ukisema twende sahi twende. This is in recognition of the positive effect that the handshake has had in our country. Thank you very much, ladies and gentlemen. With this award, this marks the end of the Mizani Africa Top Score Awards for our leaders. But please, let's be upstanding. Let's be upstanding, ladies and gentlemen. Honorable members, hata mmeketi sana. Let's be upstanding for the national anthem. Congratulations to each and every one of you for the great work that you have done for your constituents. And congratulations, please pass our congratulations to the people who elected you. Mheshimiwa Dende Nyoro. Mwende mwambie watu wa constituencies zenu and your respective counties, congratulations to them for electing such great leaders. I have been your host. My name is Domo Boro. Thank you very much. Please let's be quiet. Let's be quiet for the national anthem. Photographers, excuse me, gentlemen, lady, let's be up. Let's settle down. Let's settle down. We will sing the first stanza of the national anthem in Kiswahili so that we can call this a wrap official. Let's settle down, please. Let's settle down. If you're wearing a hat, please take it off. Mungu nguvu yetu, ilete baraka kwetu, akiliwe ngao na mlinzi, na tukae na undugu, amani na uhuru, raha tupate na congratulations, well done, have yourselves a great afternoon. Thank you very much from Mizani Africa.